Welcome to Sane Sunday Live.
Hi, how you doing? Who's out there?
This week, we start with announcing the events, the local events in the area, as we usually do.
Oh, I can't find us.
It is June the 24th, 2018. Yesterday was the YouTube call out at Gallant Motorsports in Benson, North Carolina. There was also a live concert at the Dalton Mountain Creek Harley Davidson from 12 to 4. We had Fab Automotive Detailing on Insanefriends Wednesday night at 7:30.
Awesome.
Yes, it was.
It won't play.
We have Southern Food Junkie coming to Insane Friends on Wednesday night, 7:30. We have next month in July, we have quite a few things.
Streaming issues, sweetheart. Okay, there we go.
All right. As I was saying, in July, we have quite a few things going on, starting with the 4th of July. There is a Veterans Car Show in Saudi Daisy from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you can check for more information on all these car shows and cruise-ins and other events on our Facebook page, saneauto. There are flyers and announcements being posted there all the time about these events. You can also comment below and ask me questions about events or any other certain events, and I will respond to those.
Noah Golem, hey, how you doing?
You can comment below and let me know that you're having an event, or you can put it on the Sane Auto Facebook page. And Hot Rod City on the first Saturday of July is having another cruise in, and on the third Saturday of July, which will be the 7th of July and the 21st of July. There's also
Carol Sane's in the chat.
Noah Gallman, good to see you here. Thank you for dropping into our live chat. We're going through announcements for the local events right now for cruise-ins and car shows. Saturday the 7th, there is Southern Tradition Etowah River Park Car Show from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 600 Brown Industrial Parkway of Canton, Georgia.
There's one you always miss. It's Sane Sunday Live.
Yes, and on the 8th, it's Sane Sunday Live. And on the 11th, it's Insane Friends, which we're talking to about 3 different people right now about being guests in July.
Mr. Gollum is in Florida getting a tan. I don't envy him. I've lived down there a while.
In Gallman?
Nice. Yes.
Noah Gallman.
Yeah.
Well, I got a sunburn. Does that count? I didn't go to Florida for it. I just went outdoors in Georgia. It's between here and the shop. Fairway Volkswagen on the 14th in Kingsport, Tennessee, 2301 East Stone Drive. It's having a big annual Volkswagen get together. This thing is usually huge. Also here in Dalton, there'll be Beat the Heat Dalton meet, which usually starts at 6 or 7 o'clock.
If it doesn't rain.
Right. If it doesn't rain. And there are discounts on ice cream in the next door in the parking lot.
And we got coupons.
If you've seen any of my videos on this meet, you'll see the ice cream place and in the videos.
I got a coupon.
The Disabled American Veterans are meeting in Cleveland, Tennessee from 5 to 9 p.m. at Bradley Square Mall on the 14th of July. Please go out and support them. Then on Sunday. As a matter of fact, all weekend, the Knoxville Volts folks are having the big Summer Jam 10. This is their 10th show in Townsend, Tennessee. It's Saturday and Sunday, and it's an all weekend thing. And then, of course, we'll be having Sane Sunday Live on the 15th as well.
Fireman CV popped into the chat. He misses Kingsport.
I bet there's quite a few things going on in Kingsport, and they usually got some nice big shows there. All right, on the 21st, Mountain Creek Harley Davidson has Audi Burchett live, and it is a free concert from 12 to 4 p.m. Then there's the Ringgold Cruise In. Oh, I almost forgot. That is also the same weekend as Hot Rod City has their cruise in Ringgold, Georgia.
Awesome cruise in over there, I'm telling you.
Then the 22nd, we have Sane Sunday Live. And on the 11th, 18th, and 25th, we have Insanefriends over to visit us right here live on this channel every Wednesday night at 7:30. We have Southern Food Junkie will be here next week on Wednesday at 7:30. He's in South Carolina, so he also goes into the mountains here eating things.
Fireman CV lived in Churchill 12 years.
Wow, that's quite a while.
Yep.
Should know the area really, really well. There's Ringgold Cruise In on the 28th. No, I'm sorry, I got to scratch that. That is the one at Hot Rod City that has been moved to the 21st. Last month they moved all those to the third Saturday of the month, so it will fall on the 21st. Okay, that's all we have for July. Now, what happened on the channel here last week? We had planned to do the Munster Dragula car on Monday. It took 2 days to edit that video. And so it didn't end up going up until Tuesday, which pushed the whole schedule forward a little bit. Next was the 77 Trans Am, Smokey and the Bandit. And then, of course, Wednesday came and we had Insanefriends Live.
And we had Fab Auto Detailing.
We sure did. And that was a great show. If you missed it, it's on replay on the channel in the playlist of vlogs and live streams, I think is the name of that playlist.
A lot of great tips there for detailing. I learned a lot. It was awesome.
Yep, detailing and cleaning your cars and products to use. He's got a lot of great advice on that. Yep.
Not only what products to use.
He even shouts out a couple other channels that were in our chat at the time who also have great advice on the same kind of things.
And I was surprised to learn that he doesn't do that as a full-time job.
Right. He gets burnt, bruised, and bleeding during the day like most of the rest of us. So there was a lot of talk about that too. Okay, we also had that day the overturned Suburban, which was right down the street here.
Yeah, that was scary close.
Somebody had a bad day. Yeah. And
I heard that she was okay, so.
Right.
That she got out of it alive.
And Saneauto is the only place where they have any footage of it. It's such a narrow, windy road that so far out of town, there wasn't any news crews or anything. So the only place where you can find that is on the Saneauto YouTube page and on a few Facebook pages, because a lot of people shared it on their Facebook pages and it got spread around a little bit on Facebook. If you find it other places, like Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, let us know. Be interested to know just how far that got spread, because it did get spread out pretty far. It's got about twice as many views as our car show videos. Oh, there's also included in that footage of the thing sitting on its top, the Suburban sitting on its top, is the wrecker pulling it over and flipping it back over so he could drag it up on the flatbed.
I think the funniest thing is that our dog stole things from the wreckage.
Yeah, she managed to find something interesting in the wreckage. You'll have to watch the video to see what it is she found, but she was really happy. The dog was really happy.
She was proud of herself. And she did woo 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 one time. That was good.
Well, she had her mouth full of stuff that she found.
Okay. Can you read this?
No, it was on Airport Road was where it turned over. Fab Automotive Detailing's in the house.
Hey Fab, how you doing?
Yes, we really enjoyed having you here too.
Talking about how awesome it was having you on our live on Wednesday. I hope it was as good for you as it was for us.
We also managed to get around to doing the Ghostbusters Cadillac. And the only thing we didn't get to was the Dalton Cruise-In, which will appear sometime next week. There will also be, just like there was last week, a mystery video that we didn't announce, which turned out to be the turned over Suburban and the wreck turned over Suburban. There will also be another mystery video showing up.
Yay!
Hey, Formal Fanatic, how are you doing?
We need to get him on so we can ask him about our little patch of ground.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, we do need to have Formal Fanatic here on Insanefriends one Wednesday night. We've got some slots open next month in July. And also wanted to mention, since Formal Fanatic is here, he is mentioned in the mystery video that's coming up sometime next week.
Wow.
Which will be here in addition to, we will be having the Dalton Cruise-In video from last month's Dalton Cruise-In. And we will also have, as we want to get that up before the next Dalton Cruise-In, we also have the mystery video, and we have, what else we got coming up? Oh, the 1989 Batmobile, the Michael Keaton Batmobile is some people.
No, Batman.
From the Batman Returns movie.
I don't even recognize that as Batman.
And you want to announce that one?
I can't read it. I don't have glasses. Which one? 1969 Dodge Charger, General Lee. The South will rise again, people. And that proves it.
Okay, so sometime in the future, we will have a C4 Corvette video, just like the ones that we had in our series of the C1 generation. We had another video on the C2 generation and another video on the C3 generation. If you haven't seen those, check them out in our Corvette playlist. And as always, we have used and really appreciate.
Air conditioning next week?
Yes, actually, there will be coming up an air conditioning repair. I'm not sure if that video is going to be up next week. I'll be doing the repair next week, but that video may be the following week. So, and that's the air conditioning on the big parts van, which she's excited about because sometimes she goes with me to pick up parts, and that air goes in and out now. So I'm going to be fixing that. I'm going to show how to diagnose it. I'm going to show how to which part it's going to be and how to replace it. And all that great stuff.
You gonna tell them what kind of tools to use?
Sure, definitely.
You gonna review the tools while you're doing it?
I don't know about that. I do need to get around to doing some tool reviews, though. I really do.
Well, I thought you could kind of merge the
Kind of combine them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
make it more informative.
I can't produce, then it would make it longer to produce that video. Plus, you can't really mention that many things in the one title. And if you try to put too much in the title, then you don't get any views at all, because the Google algorithm wants you to have whatever you're doing in your video to be like hyper focused on one topic.
E25 air conditioning repair and tool review.
Okay.
That's short and to the point.
Yeah, but you're underestimating how feeble and stupid the YouTube algorithm is.
Oh well, it was a thought.
It is in its infancy, even though it's several years old and it gets tweaked about 200 times a year. That algorithm is still in its infancy, and it has a really hard time understanding what your video is about unless it's like 2 or 3 sentences. Like, you'll see a lot of my videos, they show your make and model of whatever vehicle it is and not much else, because you get much more than that, and the YouTube algorithm gets confused as to what the video is about.
Well, Fab, we'd love to have you here anytime. Sorry that you have to run.
Thank you for stopping in. We have, I wanted to shout out our previous guests from our Insane Friends shows, starting with Camaro Time, who is recently, he has an exclusive video that's not on any of the YouTube pages yet, on the Facebook Sane Enterprises Mastermind page. So that's Sane Enterprises on Facebook. If you want to see that, go to there, and Camaro Times Corvette drag race is on that Facebook page. Then we'd like to thank Gregory Salvatore for being our guest on Insane Friends on Wednesday night. And he's got a lot of good Camaro content as well on his page. Uzo Lou was the third guest on the third Wednesday night that we did Insane Friends. And he and his son have a Corvette and a Mustang. And a lot of good automotive videos on their page from up north, if you want to see some of the car shows, some of the events. And they even have a video where they went to visit the Roush, for lack of a better word, museum, I'd like to call it. It's one of Roush's personal garages with a lot of his creations in there. I'd like to thank Johnny Pro for being on the Insane Friends show. And he's got a lot of Mopar content, so please go check him out. And if you're not already subscribed to all these pages, please do so. Please go subscribe to their pages and at least watch a full video while you're over there and comment on the video. Don't short watch each other's videos, because that does the opposite of stimulating the algorithm to promote the video. It makes the algorithm think that video is either spam or clickbaiting, and can suppress the promotion of that video. So, but if you find that you're watching somebody in the communities, the same community, or the hashtag Insane Communities videos, and you're not really captivated by the content, just leave the tab open and open a different tab, but don't shut off the video. The we'd like to thank Chopper's Rule for being one of our guests on Insane Friends on Wednesday night. And he is from Australia, so you get to see a lot of content coming from Australia, and he likes to do a lot of projects and stuff there. We'd like to thank JJ, the karaoke rideshare driver. She was on our Insane Friends show, and would you like to tell them what happened there?
I got her to sing for me. So she had to do karaoke for me on my show. Yay.
And we found out one of the big secrets about her show was revealed right here on Saneauto. And that is, there's always this karaoke, this big, it's like a party in her car while, you know, she's taking them from place to place for Uber. She drives for Uber. And we found out what kind of car it is. It's a 2018 Equinox. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, another exclusive right here on Saneauto. We also had last week Fab Automotive Detailing. And like Carol was saying earlier, you can find a lot of great advice, even though his day job is a mechanic at one of the local shops there. You can find out a lot. There was a lot of advice revealed there too about working on your car and brakes and things like that.
Joyride Productions. Howdy, howdy. How you doing?
Welcome. It's great to see you here, DSW Joyride. And yes, you made it while it was still live. That's awesome. Now, Fab Automotive Detailing also has a lot of good advice on that Insane Friends show last Wednesday about detailing your car and products to use while detailing your car. I know we both learned a lot. We got to ask him some questions and stuff about doing our cars and what to do about, specifically what to do about, you know, because my cars sit a lot with the covers on them and they still end up really dusty when we pull the covers off. And I don't like just going to town cleaning with all that dust on there because it can scratch the paint. So he told us what to do about that and a lot of other things. Now coming up, we're going to have Southern Food Junkie, and there are 3 other people that we're talking to about coming on the show in July. But this coming Wednesday is Southern Food Junkie, and he goes in his car in South Carolina. He goes up in the mountains in his car and goes to local restaurants and stuff, driving around.
I'll get to ask him if bacon really is a Southern condiment. I already know the answer to that question.
And then we will reveal the other people coming on Insane Friends Wednesday night at 7:30 when we find out exactly which Wednesday they're going to be here. And if you want to be on Insane Friends on Wednesday night, then just drop us a message. You can even just leave a comment below the video here, and or contact us on Facebook, Victor Sane on Facebook, and send me a PM, a private message on Facebook. We're also on Twitter as Victor Sane. Oh, and Uzo Lou has left a really good video with an announcement about some great things going on in Detroit on our Facebook Sane Enterprises Mastermind page. So if you want to look that up, it's just plain Sane Enterprises on Facebook, and on that page you will find one of the most recent posts on there is from Uzo Lou, and it's an announcement about what's going on in the Motor City. Detroit. And I'll tell you, it's car related, definitely. Big announcement, car related. And we thank him for putting that on there. Now, in a previous, not last week because we've already gone over that, but the week before that, we had the 1966 Batmobile.
No, Batman.
And the real Eleanor from the actual set of the movie, one they actually used for all the still shots and stuff with Nicolas Cage. And
which means she was the prettiest one.
Yes, definitely. The one that was most presentable. They did not use her for stunts and anything because they didn't want any scratches or anything on her because they were using her for still shots. So it is the real Eleanor from the movie, not a clone or a reproduction. And that
they
video,
didn't even crank her in that movie. That's how protected that car was.
yeah, it had to be the best looking car of the bunch. And they kept it that way. So that is the Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds GT500. And then the next, like I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, we put up the 77 Camaro Bumblebee.
The real Bumblebee. That new Camaro was not the Bumblebee.
And then and as is pointed out in the video, when you're watching and you'll hear the narration and everything for that Bumblebee video, as is pointed out there in the animated series, it was originally a very young Bumblebee, and so he would transform into a little beetle. And then by the time we had the live action movie and everything, he had, and all the sequels to the live action movie, he had grown up quite a bit and become a 1977 Camaro instead of a little Beetle because he's more mature. So I guess when you get older, you go from being a little import to American muscle car. Yeah.
Wow. Who knew?
Then we had one of my all-time favorite motorcycles, the Ghost Rider Chopper.
Hi, Remy. How you doing?
Wow, Remy Moore is in the house. Woohoo! Good to see you, Remy Moore. Thank you for coming. Yeah, now the Ghost Rider's chopper was based on another one of my favorite choppers, which is the chopper in Easy Rider. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. And it is not only in one of our newer uploads, so it should be up there up front, but it's also in our motorcycle playlist, which I hope to put quite a few more things in the motorcycle playlist this summer, because we will be getting the Harley out and going up in the mountains with it. And I'm debating on what kind of camera to get to make that possible, because, you know, you could get the GoPros and stuff and you could put them on the helmet, or I might do like XOVCDS does and get with his repair videos, and get the glasses that have the camera right there and wear those, because then I could, the reason I'm thinking about getting those is because I could also use those in my repair videos, and then I could more easily do two-handed repairs instead of having to do one-handed repairs. It's getting really difficult doing the repairs one-handed while holding the camera. And then I've done a few repair videos with the tripod, but especially with the air hose, for the air guns, and the air hoses flopping around behind me and hitting the tripod, and then I'm trying to step over the legs of the tripod and to get around, and it's already difficult. I don't do that many repair videos anymore like I used to, because it's so difficult with my back and my knees and all that kind of stuff. So, and then with the tripod on top of it, I would just think maybe if I get those glasses like he has and have that camera right there, it takes the little mini SD card, so I could probably capture a lot of video with that, of doing the repairs and do them two-handed.
Salvatore.
Hey, it's Gregory Salvatore. Welcome here.
And
Johnny Pro.
Pro.
Wow, we're about to have a full house of all our insane friends here.
How you guys doing?
Were your ears burning from me talking about you earlier? See now, okay, we've got Remy Moore, we've got Gregory Salvatore, we've got Johnny Pro, we've got Fab Automotive Detailing dropped in. Farmall Fanatic is here.
Farmall Fanatic.
All we need is Camaro time.
Yeah, I wonder where he's at. I hope he's okay.
And
usually he's the first one in.
Uzo Lou, maybe Chopper's Rule. Drop by and we'd have a full house. That's a winning hand right there. Yep. We also have in the chat, if you haven't connected with them, and there may be some people that aren't connected yet with Fireman CV is here. Maybe y'all can exchange support and help each other's channels out. And there was another one here.
Noah.
Yeah, Noah Gallman. Noah Gallman is out of Florida. So Noah Gallman, there's a lot of great supportive people here you will want to connect with, help you with some support for your channel. All these people I just mentioned, and Fireman CV, please connect with everybody in here. Connect with Fab Automotive Detailing. Just go to their page and put a comment on one of their videos, preferably their latest video. Just type in "found you on Sane Auto," and they'll know what to do. They'll go back to your channel and support you as well. Just put a comment on there, "Found you on Sane Auto," and subscribe to their channel.
Yes, Joyride Productions says he has a GoPro.
And let their whole video play.
That it's not that easy with the hat. He also ordered the glasses.
Oh, because he thinks it'd be easier too? Well, if you've already ordered them, let me know how that works out, because that's what I'm thinking about using them for. My biggest concern is I know it's got to be more useful for the repair videos and stuff. My main concern with the motorcycle thing is I wear a full face helmet with a shield. Now, I don't have the tinted shield, so that wouldn't be a problem. But those shields get scratched up pretty quickly. And I'm wondering, what kind of effect that would have on my video quality if I'm using the glasses and it's got the little camera thing just right there, because it would be like right there, and it would have to look through my face shield.
And it would be close to the face shield.
Yeah, it would get pretty close to the face shield. So other than that, it should be great for everything else. They also come in the you can get them with the reading glasses prescription like these have, which would come in handy for some of the repair videos and stuff. But then I wouldn't be able to use them on the motorcycle. So I was thinking of the first set I get to be just plain lens, and try that out on things. And then if I like it and it's working well, save up some of the YouTube monetization money and stuff like that, and put that towards getting the second pair with reading glasses lenses in them, and then I would use
DSW says that we could use the chest mount. We already have that.
Yeah, I have the chest mount.
And Camaro time just showed up. You're late, buddy.
Man,
you're usually the first one here. Are you okay? I was
is it a full house or a royal flush when we have this many great people here?
But anyway, he says that it's like wearing a shoulder straps though.
Yeah, which gets old after a while, except for that usually when I wear my shoulder straps, I had a heavy 40 cal hanging from it. And that's why it got so old during the day. By the end of the day, is just pulling on these muscles on the neck, and they're just really tired and uncomfortable. It's like your feet feel when you take your boots off. But I imagine the camera's not nearly that heavy. But you're wearing that external on top of all your clothing, that kind of shoulder strap, and not underneath like you would the shoulder straps for your pistol. So
Camaro says better late than never.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. It's great to have you here.
He's out with the wife, so.
And thank you for putting that great video on the Sane Enterprises page. It's telling people go over there and check that out. Also, like I had mentioned before, the Sane Enterprises page is a mastermind.
Spirits here.
All right, good to see you here. I love my creative spirit. I think we connected at some time recently. So make sure you connect with and go visit the channels of everybody in the chat. We've got a lot of great people here today. Like I said, we got a royal flush. We've got so many great pillars of the automotive community here today, and the Sane community. Every one of them are very supportive and will reciprocate. If you just go to their channel, go to everybody's channel, just click on the 3 dots beside their name and go to their channels one at a time. And if on their video, put a comment. If you don't know what to say, just put found you at Sane Auto, and subscribe to their channel, like their video. And if you're not going to watch the whole video, at least let the whole video play in another tab. If you're on mobile and you can only do one at a time, let the videos play for at least 2 minutes. I think Carol's just found your channel right now too. She's going to support you as well. So I love my creative spirit. Let me tell you some of the highlights of who's here, some of the great people that are here. Let me get here where I can see the chat as well. All right. First of all, Remy Moore is here. Go support Remy Moore if you haven't already. Noah Gallman is here. Fireman CV is here. Fab Automotive Detailing is here. He's also one of our guests on #Insanefriends on Wednesday night at 7:30.
He is listening while he's programming his new mod. Big things coming soon.
I'll guarantee you there's going to be a video on that. Farmall Fanatic is here. And hopefully Farmall Fanatic is a future guest on Insane Friends Wednesday night at 7:30. We would like to have him on there and talk about his farm equipment
and I have
any
to
vehicles
ask him
he might have.
questions about farming as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now you're going to notice there is a mention of him in our mystery video coming out sometime next week. Mystery because we haven't told anybody what it is. We know what it is. And it is a repair video. Fab, okay, I've already mentioned. DSW Joyride Productions is here. Anybody that hasn't already connected with and supported his channel, please go over there and subscribe to him and watch video. Like I said, if you're on mobile and you can't open up multiple tabs, at least watch 1 or 2 minutes of the video before you leave whenever you subscribe to somebody, because if you don't,
and
then the
Camaro
Google
time,
algorithm.
The Eleanor in our video is the exact Eleanor that Nicolas Cage was talking to underneath that bridge. So,
yep,
that is exactly why you can see him talking to her.
It's the real deal. It's not a reproduction. A lot of the videos that we've made lately on the famous movie and TV cars, we have managed to locate and film the real cars from the movies and the TV shows. It's awesome. It's just incredible. It was so nice to be like right there with those vehicles and able to touch them and hang out with them. And we'd like to do, we're going to visit again at some point and get some more footage of some of these cars. So in the meantime, earlier I mentioned some of the plans for the other videos, and like I said, next week we've got the 69 Dodge Charger General Lee coming up, and the 1989 Batmobile, in addition to the other things we mentioned. Like I was saying, everybody that's new in the chat, please go connect with DSW Joyride Productions, Remy Moore, Gregory Salvatore, who is here, and Johnny Pro, both of which were on our Insane Friends live on Wednesday nights at 7:30. And Camaro Time, who was actually the first guest we ever had on Insane Friends live show.
Victor can picture himself with anybody but himself, because he's the luckiest man on earth.
I certainly am. Woohoo! Remy Moore says Eleanor is definitely a unicorn. Yeah, now in martial arts dojangs, we talk a lot about getting the gi and receiving the gi from people, and
keep it family
that
friendly.
Get you excited.
Camaro Time.
Yeah. But I would have to say that some of these cars that we go out and film, they give the gi. They just make you feel empowered and energized. So it's something to be around. And then when you've got a lot of these car shows that we go to where we have a lot of very interesting, incredible people with their cars, that's a whole nother level right there. And I was talking to somebody on the chat on their channel, I don't remember who it was right now, the other day, and no, I still don't remember. But they were having a hard time because their latest video wasn't as good as it should have been, because they lost some of their footage and everything. Now, I tried to reassure them, you know, we all lose some footage every once in a while. And we have, in addition to the great footage that we haven't lost, there's been some footage that we have lost that would have been really great, like a certain famous pro football player that we filmed his 55 Chevrolet, and we had a really great interview with him as well, and that footage was lost. And, you know, things like that happen. So if it happens to you, and it's been happening to you, don't give up.
DSW Joyride is going to be a guest. He's going to hit you up next week.
All right. Very good.
To talk to you about scheduling an appearance.
Nice. That is great. Glad to hear that your schedule is opening up a little bit. You do that. We understand how busy everybody is. Life happens, you know, and we appreciate you making some time for us to be on the Insane Friends show. We have next week, we have Southern Food Junkie. And so we will probably have DSW Joyride Productions on some Wednesday next
month.
On July, next month in July. And we'll be getting with him, and we'll let y'all guys know exactly which Wednesday it'll be when we work that out. And then we've got a couple of other people, like I said before, there's a couple of other people we're talking to, and we may be able to get on in July as well. So great things coming up all next month. And then if anybody wants to, we're not opposed to revisiting some of our other previous guests. It's been quite a while for most everybody that's been on here. So I'm sure you've got new stuff on your channel. I've seen quite a bit of it. New things on your channel, and a lot of things have changed. And if you want to come on the Insane Friends show and talk about that, and talk about the plans for the future on your channel and all those kind of things, we'd be happy to have you on Insane Friends on Wednesday night, 7:30.
Yay!
Oh, and another big announcement about the Sane Sunday Live. We will probably moving the Sane Sunday Live to 2:30 instead of 2 o'clock, so that we will be able, much easier for us to be able to go to church with my dad and aunts and uncles and a lot of other people at the church on Sunday mornings, as we missed it a couple of times with the tight schedule. We'd like to get back to doing that. So that would push the show from 2 o'clock till 2:30. So hopefully that's okay with everybody. All right, so DSW Joyride Production says that his other house is finally under contract, so he might have cash flow for next project here. That is great news.
Awesome.
I know how that feels. We've got a large commercial property in Chattanooga, and we lost a tenant, and that made things tight. And so if we got a new tenant in there under contract, or if we sold it, and if I'm assuming but yours is under contract for sale, either way, we would be in the same situation. That would free up a lot of money that we could get better equipment and maybe even some advertising for the channel, things like that, to really boost everything that, you know, we just can't see the sense in doing right now, because right now we need to prioritize
with
every income we got.
And
yeah, because her studying
and you're studying.
Yeah, and me studying, and we both like to take more classes than what we're taking and get more licenses and certifications than we already have. But there's only so much of that you can do without hurting the budget. We also like to pay off the house. You know, the building and everything's paid off. All the equipment's paid off, which was substantial, and we're so glad of that. And we don't have any car payments. But yeah. Needs over wants, so don't think that sucks. Yeah.
Well, that's the formula for life, sweetie. That's the formula for life.
Yeah, I think that way too sometimes. And then I thought, thinking back when I didn't do it that way, it sucked even worse when I was younger.
When you
and
buck the system, yeah, you're
there
in for
are
a
consequences.
bumpy ride.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that's the system. I'd like to sit over in the corner and suck my thumb every once in a while, but you can't do that.
Yep. So DSW Joyride Productions, you just keep doing what you're doing, and keep making progress. Way. Yeah, because it kind of sucks a lot of times to be having to stick to all those good habits and everything, but we know exactly how it is. But you have probably done the same thing we've been doing. You've stuck to the good habits so long now, it's starting to fade, the memories of what it was like having bad habits. No, we don't want to go back to that.
I've had to do some bill collecting in my time too. That stinks too.
Yeah, we've been on both ends of that. We have been on both ends of that. We've been the collector and the collectee.
But I did get my peeps trained. When they see me walk in the door, they just hand me the money and not even worry about it. And I know it sounds a little strong-arm, but I was doing bill collecting in Peru. You physically went to the people and you forced them to pay you. That was awful. All 5'3" of me sitting there. I want my money.
I wouldn't want to owe her money. I don't care if she is only 5'3". She's got a dark side.
No, I don't. I'm all sweet.
Yeah. Oh no, I still throw DSW Joyrides Productions. Oh no, I still throw a wrench into my want spool every once in a while. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I have way more tools than I need. I have multiples of this and that. And I have an addiction to parts, which I like to put it.
Yeah, they put a Harbor Freight down the road. Best thing about that Harbor Freight is he don't want to go to it because it's next to the Hobby Lobby.
She wants to go to the Hobby Lobby. I want to go to the Harbor Freight. It's brand new. It just opened up, and we didn't have one.
And he can't go to it because it's next to the Hobby Lobby because he knows what's going to happen.
What I really can't go to, I can't go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and because I will go broke in those places. But we do have some projects around here I'm going to have to go at some point. And when some money's freed up. But yeah, luckily, most everything that I would
excuse me, people,
put in my wants list is already bought and paid off and everything. I mean, we've got well, except for a Mopar. I don't have a Mopar anymore. I had my last one was the 97 1500 extended cab with the Magnum engine in it and a 6-inch lift kit, and it was nice. And but I still have the Corvette, which is my GM. I've got the Mustang, which is the Ford. And my import is
want to tell you,
B12
I've
Jaguar.
been that salesperson. And I am so tenacious that I sit there and I explain how it is a necessity. Any salesperson knows they got you when you're having that conversation.
Yeah, most of my sales experience has been in front of when I'm the salesman in front of other business owners because I'm trying to secure a fleet account or something like that. And so I always kept in mind, if I'm going to make this deal, I need to make it where it's to their benefit, while still being my. It's got to be a win-win. You know, we both win. Otherwise, if I wouldn't agree to it, they're probably not going to agree to it. So I thought about three things. The same rules that I use for what I'm doing when I'm not going tool crazy or car parts crazy. Does it make me money? Does it save money? Or does it somehow improve the living conditions of myself, my loved ones, or my crew? And so that it'd make it easier for us to continue to make money and save money. If it doesn't meet one of those three criteria, I don't need it. And at the same time, the ROI on it's got to be good enough. The return on investment's got to be good enough. He forgot
number 4 on the list. Does it make the wife happy?
Well, I think that comes under improving living conditions.
I think it's a separate category.
But that one's
what
scary.
Do you guys
that
think?
third one is a scary one. You got to be careful with that.
Is that a separate category?
So if it doesn't fit one of those criteria for whomever I'm selling it to, I don't want to sell it. Because,
well, you give me anything and I'm going to sell it as if it was something that you couldn't live without. And I'll convince you by the end of the conversation, you can't live without it.
No, it looked cool. Hence why I need it. Yeah, I've been there. I still have quite a few things that look cool. and there goes the money.
And then, because I'm good at collections, I'll tell you why you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna heat my coffee. Y'all support each other's channels while I'm topping off and heating up my coffee.
Well, people, we're gonna be getting off of here pretty soon because I gotta take him to Wally Mart. That's a scary place. Well, Remy Moore, thank you. That'll help pay my Wally Mart fund. Well, I don't know where my beautiful co-host went, and I don't have any car news to talk about. So, does anybody have any questions? Well, I'll tell you about one of my Walmart stories. I was living in Port Richey, Florida. Okay, that's scary enough. One day I went into the Walmart at around 11 o'clock at night after I got off from work because I didn't have time to get what I needed before I went to work.
I hate to interrupt your story, but Remy Moore, woo! Super chat, Remy Moore, thank you so much,
There we
Remy
go.
Moore.
Now,
woo! Remy
yay!
Moore is awesome.
Woo! Now back to my story. There was this guy. He was wearing bright pink cowboy boots, a very short pair of cutoffs, an orange vest type shirt, and a pink cowboy hat. Since then, I've had a phobia of Walmart. I don't know why. I just expect to see this guy again and again everywhere I go. It was a very traumatic experience.
Now, if we could just permanently scare her away from Walmart. Now, and Randy Moore, I think I was in a live that you were having the other day. Was that your first live? Because I don't remember you having lives before until I showed up in one the other day. I seen it, a thing, and YouTube usually shows me notifications when it's too late, and I think I caught that one just in time, and or was I on the replay? I'm not sure. But you were having a live, and you were throwing down some music.
Gregory, good luck with the mod.
Yeah, Gregory, let us know how that turns out. Well, I'm sure there's going to be some video on Gregory Salvatore's channel. He's doing a mod, and I'm assuming that's on his Camaro, unless he's modding somebody else's car. But he was downloading a mod. Okay, Remy Moore does lives really late at night. Now, what time zone are you in, Remy Moore?
I moved to a different state. I didn't only move to a different Walmart.
Okay, so I was on the repeat, and that's probably why, because it was late at night, and so I didn't catch it because it was on late, and then I caught it probably the next day.
I can't do late at night. Around 10 o'clock, I'm asleep.
I think that might have been one of the ones that I tweeted out too, because I tweeted out a couple of your videos. But I don't remember which ones, because my memory's just getting worse and worse the older I get. But you know, that's what I got these for, and these and these. And notes all over the calendar.
And the computer.
Yeah, and I've got a thing in the computer full of notes.
And anything I want him to remember, I give him an alarm on his phone, and it tells him what I need him to remember.
Yeah. So we got ways of working around it. So eventually we get some health care or something. I'll get a scan and see what's going on, and hopefully it'll be something fixable.
You ain't broken, baby.
Well, most of the broken stuff I have is not broken. It's just worn out stuff that's either fixable or mostly live withable. So as long as I don't end up having to, like so many of my friends and family members, end up with anything that I have to take chemo or anything like that for, then I'm really, really, really thankful. I think
okay, enough of that. Other subjects.
okay, yeah, I'm in the Eastern time zone too, Remy, and that's what I thought. You were also in the Eastern, because yeah, late at night for you is late at night for me. 12 to 5 a.m. My nature wants me to be up like that because I've got terrible insomnia, but my lifestyle doesn't permit it. Yeah. my business pursuits and stuff like that require me to be up and about during the day. And so does her career as well. She and I both would be happy if we could be up second and third shift and be down sleeping first.
I've been at this first shift stuff so long that I can't.
Right. Yeah, you get a lot from Hawaii and California. I can see that. And even though we keep the schedule that we do, we still get a lot of viewership from California as well. But on our stream, like you said, on your live stream and our live stream, most of our live stream seems to be right here on the East Coast. Everybody showing up in the live stream. Oh, only 35% of your audience is USA. Wow, that is
awesome.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I would have never guessed that. That's surprising information. We've got we're pretty much the opposite. Most of our audience is in the United States, and then
we get some from Mexico.
Yeah, but our top audience outside the United States,
I think that's because I speak Spanish.
Yeah, that has something to do with it, but it also surprises me that you being fluent in Spanish, Mexico and other South American countries aren't like our top export, but actually our biggest
the local
viewers outside the United States goes back and forth between Australia and UK. Swap the number 1 and number 2 slot quite a bit, and then I need to look at my analytics again to see who has but I think Mexico is 3rd or 4th. I wonder if I could see that right now. So what is your top country, Remy Moore, of your outside the U.S. viewers? Canada. I was wrong. Canada's got the first top number 1 slot right now. They pushed United Kingdom out of the number 1 slot. And we've got 74% viewership in the United States. And then outside the United States, Canada, then the UK, then Mexico, and then Australia is right now in the 4th slot. It has fallen below Mexico, or Mexico has risen above Australia. So that is the top 4 outside the U.S. for our channel.
Well, cutie pie, my back is hurting.
Okay, he's got a large European and Russian audience. Ah, Здравствуйте, all the Ruskies. We've got some transmission rebuilding friends in Russia.
I only know one thing in Russian, and I can't say it in mixed company.
That have shops over there, and a shout out to Igor Emelianov in Novokuznetsk.
Yeah, he watches our videos sometimes.
Yeah, which is cool. I know there's some people in France in our community right now, but I can't remember their names of their channel right off the top of my head.
Sweetie, we are going to have to get up here in 4 minutes.
And UK counts as Europe too.
Or at least I'm going to have to go study in 4 minutes.
Okay. Well, then we're going to wrap it up. And we're going to get off of here. And we really appreciate you guys being here. And thank you so much for supporting Remy Moore. We'll put some of that to the, put that towards some of the new camera equipment and probably the glasses, so that we can get some more footage of the mountains out here on the motorcycle and better better footage of the well, you know, speaking of Walmart, the last thing we got for the channel at Walmart was kind of an emergency purchase. Our external hard drive was full, absolutely full, and we ended up getting another 4 terabyte.
My mom is in Washington
external
State,
hard drive.
DSW.
We got that from Walmart.
Next to you.
Oh, Brazil was the highest after the U.S. Wow. Wow, that's, yeah. So Remy Moore's famous in Brazil. That's awesome.
They speak Portuguese there.
Yeah, they do. And she speaks Spanish, but yeah, they do speak Portuguese in Brazil. I know, because I did a lot of training in jiu-jitsu dojang. I loved my time in jiu-jitsu, and then I did quite a bit of judo for a few years, and of course the Gracie brothers are like some of the best, or the best guys in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and they speak Portuguese.
Wow.
And now there's quite a few of them in California. They've got some training dojangs in California, which would be a dream come true to be able to train in one of those for a little while, but I don't think my body could take it anymore. But that's okay, because I did get to train for the last few years that I was training. I got to train under a grandmaster, directly under a grandmaster for a long time.
Just music, Remy Moore.
Shout out to Grandmaster Chu, who is retired now, so I am Ronin. But I do appreciate all the training. What an awesome, awesome grandmaster he is. But he's 8th degree in judo.
Yeah,
DSW Joyride says, I have met the Gracies. That is incredible. You'll have to tell us about that on our Insane Friends. That is incredible. It's literally met the Gracies. That is, I hope you got some pictures of yourself with them. That would, that man, if I had pictures of me with the Gracies, it would be one on each wall.
Doesn't have pictures of me on each wall.
I'm sorry, honey. You know, she picked that up like that. Just mine, sharp as a tack. Yeah. Well, it happens, you know. There's lots of famous people have been there and didn't get any pictures, and you know, it happens. But you know, you still got that memory in your mind.
Well, people, I am taking my sweetie to Wally Mart.
Yes, she is. Well, again, really appreciate y'all guys coming here and hanging out with us. We hope to see you again Wednesday night at 7:30. We will also have Southern Food Junkie, and he is new to the Sane community. So when he's here, I will have him put a comment in the chat as well while he's talking about his channel and everything. So you can all support him and he can support back. And in the meantime, let's go through the chat here. One more time, I want to shout out everybody that was here. Noah Gallman gets special consideration. He was first in chat. And
I was second.
Carol was second. And then Fireman CV was here. Fab Automotive Detailing. If you go to anybody's channel here, just tell them, so you don't have to think of what to say when you comment on their video. Just say, I found you at Sane Auto, or found you thanks to Sane Auto.
Or
and
hashtag Insanefriends.
Right, or hashtag Insanefriends. A lot of people are using that now. And you're welcome to use that on any of your lives or anything to get more traffic to your live shows or your videos. And let's see, Fab Automotive Detailing was here. Farmall Fanatic was here. Hopefully we'll have him on Insanefriends show one Wednesday night.
Gregory Salvatore.
Gregory Salvatore and
Johnny Pro.
And Johnny Pro.
DSW.
Shout out to Mopar Community. Hashtag Mopar Community. DSW Joyride Productions. Camaro Time. And thank him for being one of our moderators. And luckily for us, luckily for us that we've got such a great Sane community here that our moderators get bored because they don't really have anything, which is an awesome problem to have. I Love My Creative Spirit is new to the Sane community and showed up here tonight. Please give her channel some support. And Remy Moore. Remy Moore is super awesome.
Yay.
We will be visiting Remy Moore again this afternoon. And I'm going to try to make a special effort, because I have been missing some of Gregory Salvatore's lives on Sunday evenings. I'm really going to try to make it to Gregory Salvatore's live tonight, this Sunday night. So you probably see me there in his chat. And Z Outlaw SS just showed up. Wow. And that does make it a full house.
Yep.
You got here just in time to make it, or would it be a royal flush? Because I hope you heard me shouting people out, because we had a lot of other great pillars of the car community and the Sane community here today. Farmall Fanatic was here, Fab Automotive Detailing, DSW Joyride Productions, Remy Moore, Johnny Pro, Gregory Salvatore, Camaro Time. Great company in here. And now Z Outlaw SS.
Hi.
But we were just wrapping it up. The royal flush. You're absolutely right, DS Joyride Production. We hit the royal flush this Sunday.
And
all the greatest channels are right here. So it's not going to get any better than this.
So that on a high
so we're
note.
We're going to end on a high note. So thank you all for being here. We really appreciate you. Put a comment in the replay so that people can find your channels and support you. And if you're new here and you're watching here and you've seen this bunch of great channels here, click on their icons and support their channels. You won't be sorry. They've all got great videos on their channels. Till the next video, get off the couch and get dirty.
No, not me.